Hey guys, welcome to my kitchen here in Munich, Germany. I cook some typical German things for you, and as my pork roast is in the oven right now, I'm going to prepare the potato dumplings. And what we need for that is, of course, potatoes. And you divide the amount of potatoes, and half of them are already cooked now and cooled down. You need half of them cooked and half of them raw. And I will peel the skin of the raw ones now. As I was a child, I always, when my grandmother made dumplings, I was ignoring like the meat. I just took the dumplings and the sauce because that was the best as a child. Now I cut it in like pieces. Easily put it in a machine later on. Now we have the machine, and it's cutting the potatoes in really tiny little pieces, because that's necessary, because in the end you want to have something like a dough from which you can make dumplings. Alright, so tiny little stripes. You can, if you have the opportunity to make them even smaller, you can make them also smaller. But what we need now is a sheet of cotton, and we put it inside. Because we still have some water inside and we want to get it out. So this piece of cotton has some holes, no matter what. All right. Let me press it a little, turn it around, and as you can see, there's water coming out. We gotta get rid of that. If you leave the liquid inside, the dumplings don't have the right consistency in the end, so you gotta get rid of the water. All right. I think that is enough. Good. Put this aside. This is still a little too big, so I put it in the machine a second time and cut it. Yeah, that's better. You see it now? It has to be real finely chopped. And now we take the cooked potatoes and either we cut them in the machine or we even mash them. I'm going to mash it with this because I really want it to be mashed and be moussey, and I don't want to see any parts anymore, you know? Okay, this goes in here as well, and then we mix it with some other ingredients. All right. What we put in next is eggs, of course, because we want to stick the dough together. And I have here like 800 grams of cooked potatoes and 800 grams of raw potatoes, so I take like 3 eggs without the eggshell, of course. Okay, that's it. And we're going to spice it with some salt. And if you like mustard, now is the time to put some mustard inside. But be careful with the mustard because, of course, it goes good. Of course, the mustard is nice with potatoes, but don't take too much because mustard is very intense. So that's all, and now we're going to mix it that we have a smooth little dough. might be wondering why I make 1.6 kilo of potato dumplings, because you really need a big family to eat all that, but it's the fact about the dumplings that it's good to have some left over, because you can slice them into pieces the other day and put them in a pan and then pan fry them, and they are very good then when they have a crust and everything. This is good now. I'm gonna mix it in with a spoon to be sure that everything is mixed properly, and now it goes into the fridge for at least half an hour, and this is everything you can prepare easily in advance. All right, this is the dough for the dumplings, and the most important thing is that it has like this consistency. It mustn't be too wet, so it's really important to take the raw potatoes and squeeze all the water out. And in case you're not quite sure if you have squeezed enough out, you can just take the raw potato mash or the cut potatoes and put them in the sieve and leave them there overnight, so all the water can drain out overnight, and in the morning it's dry enough to make this dough. All right, but this is perfect. What we're going to do now is take a handful of the dough and then rub it in your hands until it's sort of a ball. Yeah, that looks good. And here we have hot water. It's not boiling anymore. And you leave them in there for like 20-25 minutes or so. Have a look at those dumplings. They are wonderful. Oh, take a look at these ones. Okay, they're ready to eat now. And of course, you have them with a fine Bavarian pork roast. You can see how to do that in another video. And it can come along with a kraut salad. And that is really something very, very nice. I like to eat that. If you like it too, please subscribe my channel, and maybe you tell your friends about it. Okay, enjoy your meal.